What's up, Eric? What's up, Breadheads? Welcome to another episode of Stink Fresh. Your boys in the booth. It's a Friday afternoon. The sun is warm. I'm one fat tug deep, and I am ready to podcast.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It is a nice day outside. It's like shockingly warm for end of September. I think it's the last spurt of warm weather before we get hit with mud season here in Vancouver.
You know, I like being a little piggy in the mud. I don't mind. I watched this TikTok yesterday about a guy complaining about people who complain about the weather because he says, like, why are you letting the one thing nobody can control, like, bum you out? You're just bumming everyone out by being bummed out by the thing no one can control. So just get over it.
hmm
And I was like, damn, you're
hmm
so right. You know,
That's a great
that's how I feel.
point, honestly.
That's that's how I feel about the quality of the vegetables at Subway. People always be like, "Oh, the tomatoes were too soggy or the cucumbers were too dry." But bro, you're just bumming us all out. No one can control the
hmm
quality of the vegetables there.
hmm You're so far removed from the quality of the tomato that it's so silly to even like think twice about it because like there's like some like Mexican who is like planting the tomato and like nurturing it like thousands of kilometers away, and then you have to pay like probably
Hmm.
like 100 people. That tomato's touched 100 people's hands on its way to Subway. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get another slice of that?
Dude, touched 100 hands, washed 0 times. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
But here's the
You
thing, though,
don't
is
think
we
Subway
talk.
washes a tomato? I think it's like bare minimum.
You think they wash the vegetables? You think why if they are washing them, then wouldn't they be wet, Eric? Explain that. They're all dry as a bone.
Great point. I mean, they probably pick it when it's green. I think that's probably why it's dry.
That's
So it
true.
survives the trek across North America, you know?
The only wetness on your vegetables came from the inside.
That's right. And the condensation on the plastic lid.
Yeah, that too.
Gross.
It's dude, your hot houses are getting hot boxed in that little tub.
Yeah, dude. That's actually pretty nasty if you think about it. I bet you
Hmm.
the vegetables get washed more often than the bins.
Yeah, probably. Those I think those bins, as soon as they're emptied, I think they just go straight in the garbage. I think they're one single use bins.
Single-use plastics. That's nice.
Exactly. Just
Thank
like the
God
bread.
Subway doesn't charge us for like 15 cents for like the paper. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
but they've held the line on that, and I'm grateful.
Hmm. Wait, you think you're just gonna let that sandwich touch one more hand as the sandwich writer just picks it up and hands it to you at the end, just raw?
hmm it's always funny when you like buy something and then they ask you if you want a bag with it, like after you pay.
Hmm.
Or if I ask, like, actually, can you throw that in a bag for me? And I'm like already tapping my Amex, and they're like, oh fuck, like I have to charge you 15 cents. And then
Yeah.
usually they just give it to you. But that's like that's my way of cheating the system.
This one simple hat grocers hate.
Exactly. It's gonna cost you more in fees to process my platinum card than it is to just give me the paper bag, you know?
Dude, well, that's what I'll do at Subway when they start charging for the wrapper. I'll say, after I've paid, can you wrap it? Can you wrap that thing? And then that's how I get the five. We'll call it the 5 finger discount because otherwise they're picking it up with their hands.
hmm A 12-finger discount.
12 finger, damn. Thinking though, Eric, about the vegetable quality at Subway and like why they can't be better. If you think about a company that is too big to fail, Subway is too big to succeed. And by that, I mean that
Mhm.
system of 300 farmers and uh, factory workers touching that tomato is too complicated of a product, like process, for any one person to actually improve the tomato. Like how does somebody change the like that the cogs that are like allowing that many tomatoes to go to that many different places that frequently? I
Mhm.
couldn't do it. I couldn't inflict that kind of positive change.
I honestly wish I had an answer for you, and this is my version of like of the how often do you think about the Roman Empire question.
Hmm.
For me, it's like how often do you think about huge corporations making change at their businesses? Because like I think about this
Hmm.
all the time, Ty. Like for example, how does Apple like do anything? They're like fucking massive. Like it makes no
Hmm.
sense.
I
It's
have
just
no
like
clue.
like how do you even like command that many people to move in a single direction?
Yeah, dude. I can't even like take my recycling out, and they're like, I mean, like to be fair, the iPhone 15 is very similar to the iPhones before it. So
That's
the
true. They didn't do
easiest things
anything
to
actually.
yeah, the easiest thing to change is your face. You know, change a facelift, rebrand.
Yeah, I guess. But like, I don't know. Thinking about that, it's like I don't know. There's just like too many moving pieces for my brain to comprehend. You know what I mean? It's just like my brain stalls out whenever I think of like, damn, how
Hmm.
does Apple go from idea to like actual product? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
imagine it's
make
the
sense.
same problem at Subway. Like, imagine being in charge of rolling out that new menu. Like, that's such a big change for a company like Subway, where it's like
Hmm.
all the employees hate working there.
So every single employee is like against you. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
Damn.
Like maybe there's like a line. It's kind of like the tree line on a mountain. It's like anything above this line, everyone's like happy to do their job, and then everyone below this line is like pissed to be there. You know,
Hmm.
I'm sure every company has that line.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's probably lower than the bosses think,
Yeah. Well,
or
it's
higher.
higher. Higher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
higher.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Can we get much higher?
Yeah. If the bosses are above that line, it's usually like the lines immediately below them.
Yeah. They
Their
are the line.
immediate team hates
They,
them.
they're the front line.
Exactly. Oh, buddy.
Interesting. Damn, I don't get it either though, Eric. I don't know how anybody can do anything. And I think that's why so many new products nowadays are actually just rebrands of old products. Not just like iPhone 15 and titanium, but like Subway did all of this stuff just to relaunch nothing. They launched nothing. They just changed the poster. They probably spent millions and millions of dollars on the like think tank that created the Subway series menu, and the only output of it was a picture. Like they just put a picture up on the wall. You know, they didn't change anything else. Nothing else really happened.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, they changed the graphic that it's up on the wall. They added mozzarella,
They
and
had a
that's about it.
mozzarella. Yeah.
I guess like there's somebody at every Subway who just like receives a new box every like once in a while with like different stuff, and you're like,
Hmm.
oh fuck, I guess the menu's changing. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the only notice they get when they unbox
Hmm.
the Green Goddess or whatever.
Yeah, totally. They just open a box full of mozzarella and they're like, what do we do with this?
Yeah,
Wow. No
they delivered to the
instructions.
wrong place.
This should be going to the deli down the street, not here.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Okay, but okay, every idea that's ever existed, the final like the final solution of the idea, the final production of the thing is always a like a whisper of what the first idea was. You have a big grand idea, and then through resourcing and technical constraints and other constraints, fiscal constraints, it gets
Hmm.
whittled down to just a little tiny speck of its previous form. And that's what goes out the door at every company on every project. So, Subway series menu, all they made was a poster and some mozzarella. What was the big idea? How did that pitch start?
Hmm. That's a great question. I
Mm-hmm.
think if I were to put my CEO shoes on, you know,
Mm-hmm.
my Marcella Tabby loafers,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say that the Subway Series menu was intended to um, make ordering easier, both
Mm-hmm.
online and in person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm picturing like a grab and go sandwich situation
Mm-hmm.
and like extremely streamlined ordering. That would be my only guess because
Dude.
unless they intended to have like way more other ingredients than they do now, because right now there's like barely any new ones. So I imagine that was probably a constraint. They're probably
Mm.
like their like in-house ingredient team was like, actually we can't do capicola, we just can't. It's out of season. You know
Damn.
what I mean? Like what else could it be, Ty? What's your idea?
Mm-hmm. No, I think you hit the nail on the head here with an unfortunately too realistic answer, Eric. That was literally their probably their request for proposal to the
Hmm.
world. The RFP
Hmm.
was make it easier to buy
Hmm.
pre-made sandwiches at a sandwich shop known for custom sandwiches.
Hmm. Make it easier and also expand your horizons.
Introduce you to
I kind of like
new
that.
flavors, a world
Ex-
of flavors.
exactly. Because if a real sandwich curator, cured meats curator, like were to craft a sandwich for me, I would probably trust that more than myself having to do it. You know what I mean? If I'm going to venture out into a new genre of like sandwich, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if I'll like try a veggie delight ever because I'm like, I don't know like what the best combo of veggies is. But I might say, fuck it, I'll get the green goddess because somebody already thought of that for me. Somebody with way more experience with vegetables has made that for me already.
Right. So you think the average Subway sandwich enjoyer is like, I got no time to think about this.
Yeah.
I'll just
They
get the
probably
supreme meats.
they're probably just like you and I. They roll up the subway and then they're like, before you know it, you're next in line and you're like, oh crap, I have no idea what I want. And then you just default to BMT herbs and cheese
Mhm.
or veggie delight herbs and cheese. You know what I mean? It's always
Mhm.
the same thing when it's crunch time. You know, you just go back to what you know.
Yeah, dude. The average person freezes up in the spotlight too. And
Hmm.
when you're getting pressure tested, you're on the stand when you're being asked those tough questions by the artist. Like
Hmm.
ordering a Subway sandwich without saying challenge impossible. Right though?
It's true.
It's
It's
like I
true.
know exactly what I'm gonna get. And every time I'm like, my eyes go cross-eyed.
You know what's crazy? The entire subway experience is bookended by the word because you say it before you order and you also say it after you finish your sandwich. You go,
Oh yeah. You're right. The first and last groan. It's
oh
beautiful.
man. It is beautiful.
Mhm.
Speaking of beautiful, Ty, by the time of listening, at the time of posting, you will be in Mallorca. You'll be probably swimming, dipping your toes in the Mediterranean Ocean. Tell me more about
Mhm.
that.
Oh yeah.
I need to live vicariously through you, or else I'll go like insane here by myself.
Yeah, it's going to be just like a dream-like journey around the coastline of Mallorca.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get out of Palma as fast as possible. I don't want to hang out there. I want to go to like little tiny beach coves and little tiny old like Spanish towns from antiquity that are on mountainside like, hills, kind of like Tuscany vibes, but on an island. You know what? You know the
Hmm.
vibe. Maybe
Yeah.
drink some cava. Maybe
Is that
um,
coffee? It's coffee, right?
no, that's it's like a cava is a Spanish wine that's kind of like a champagne, but maybe a bit drier, like a brut.
Oh, interesting. Because
Yeah.
that's the Croatian word for coffee.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, if I ask for it and they bring me coffee, then we'll know that I was wrong.
That'll be a really funny like turn of events. Or if we
Hmm.
like maybe you just like swap the words and then like in the morning they bring you a glass of wine. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, totally. I wouldn't be opposed to that though.
Yeah, that's true. That sounds
Uh,
wonderful.
yeah. So my plan is just like we got a few really nice like estates that we're gonna be staying at. In Spanish, they call it a finca. So we got a few fincas that will be just roaming about. Old stone cobble like layered in vines. Long passageways through uh, green spaces. There'll
I
be
think I don't know what
outdoor
that means.
pools. That's okay. Real old vineyard energy with all the accommodation that I've tracked down. One place I'm
Mm,
actually staying in an old Roman castle that's been converted into a little boutique hotel. That'll be dope. So
nice. Damn, dude.
yeah,
Sounds very romantic. So this is
it's good,
lovely. I love this.
dude. I am Mr. Romance.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, nothing will beat the bromance of this podcast, so
That's a fact.
I'm not jealous. You know what I mean? I'm just simply happy for you, Ty. This is brilliant.
Hmm. Thank you, thank you.
Um, yeah, how did you land on Mallorca? Because I'm like, it's kind of like a European deep cut, and you are
Hmm.
like a mysterious kind of guy who likes to like go through uncharted territory, I would say. You know what I mean? You're not one to go to Rome and Paris on their first time to Europe. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
You've been already and now you're like, okay, let's see what the deep cuts have to offer. So how did you like land on this place as a destination?
I love that question, Eric. And so there's a multitude of reasons here, a few different factors. One is LP. She's been fascinated by this island for quite some time. It graces the Instagram Explore page all too frequently. Something's happening in this island that I need to know about.
Yeah,
Number
Bella
two,
Hadid's there. That's what's
exactly.
happening.
Reason number two is that it's giving Mediterranean, but in a way that I think is a little bit unconventional. You know, it's not quite the Sicilian coastline or Greek island that one might expect. So I think it
Hmm.
will offer more surprise. There's something about when you like see things online so many times, you kind of feel like you've already been there, but I don't really know too much about what to expect. And the
Hmm.
third reason is when I go places, I get a lot of FOMO. I'm sure you do too, you know, about making sure I see every single thing. If you treat traveling like a video game, it's kind of like when you need to like break every box in the room before you can go on to the next section, you know, the next level.
Hmm. Hmm.
So little tiny islands are perfect for me because I can actually see everything on it.
Mm. There's a clear perimeter of like the map.
Exactly.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's like
Yeah.
the GTA map when you you only have the first part of Manhattan unlocked, and
Hmm.
you have to like you can go down every alleyway because it's pretty small. You know what I mean? You can
Hmm.
see every corner.
You might as well go in every building and steal every vehicle on that block. So you really get to
Hmm.
intimately understand like where you can get away with crime in Manhattan. And I'm hoping that I'll have the same kind of takeaway from my workout. Like
Hmm.
where's the best place to do crime? That's the question that you're gonna have to ask me when we get back on this pod post vacay.
Hmm. Yeah, dude, I'm sure it'll be easy to find over there in Europe. That'll be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how is the weather looking? It seems like it'll be very warm.
Mm-hmm. Balmy. We're in the high 20s. I don't know what that is in America. Sorry, American listeners. Good enough to
Doesn't
swim,
matter.
but not too hot. Just the way we
Hmm.
like it. Like I would say like fifth bite, you know? Like it's not freshly toasted, but it's still warm.
Mm, I see what you're saying. And you're known to swim early in the season, and so you're no
Mhm.
stranger to chilly waters.
Yeah, dude. You always want to have a swim really early in the year and really late in the year, but not like a polar bear swim. That's cuckoo. Just like a late, like a mid fall swim. Because what that does, Eric, is that stretches the ends of your stomach, or your not your stomach, but also your stomach. It stretches your
God damn
summer.
it.
It
God
stretches
damn
your
it.
summer out really, really long and decreases the icky winter months.
That's really funny. I'm
Hmm.
also really happy that we agree that polar bear swims are stupid. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, dude, they're so
Like
lame. Why?
it's only cool if like you're in like Norway and you're doing like a real ice plunge or something, and it's like
Hmm.
strictly for muscle recovery. You know what I mean? Doing one
Hmm.
to like cure your hangover is like super lame to me with like a bunch
Hell
of
yeah.
other people in like speedos in Vancouver. Everyone's gonna just get E. coli here doing that.
Yeah, dude. Like swimming in groups already lame. Swimming
Hmm.
when the water's too cold also lame, especially when you don't have an athletic build, triple lame.
Hmm. Hmm. Exactly. Strictly muscle recovery and has to
Mhm.
be like immediately following an extremely hard workout.
Facts. And it has to be in an environment where you don't ever really get the option to have a warm swim anyways.
Yeah, true, true, true.
Yeah.
Speaking of recovery, I am staying very well hydrated this week, Ty, because I just received 8 cases of Voss water.
8 cases.
Yeah,
So
dude, that's eight
what
times
did the
24 bottles. I have 192 bottles of Voss in my apartment right now.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so what did the Voss rep say to you to convince you to buy 180 bottles of water?
Well, Ty, let me just make this super clear. This is a free gift from Voss World at Voss World on Instagram. Give them a follow.
Wow.
Um, yeah, that's right. This was a free gift. This was a prize from the Laver Cup tennis match that I went to. You just have to
Dude,
like tag them in your story, and somehow Bay won. Like Bay posted
mm,
them and got reposted, and they just fucking DM'd her being like, "What's the address? Like, we're sending some water." Um,
Wow.
Unfortunately, Ty, they sent 192 bottles of still water, which is a huge disappointment. Like, I
Huge.
almost want to like email them back, being like, "Where's the sparkling? I thought this was going to be like the elevated version of your product,
Hmm.
not the pedestrian one."
Yeah, dude, you can
And
drink water, still water from the tap. What do you, what's
exactly,
the,
I
what are
went,
you paying
I
for
grabbed
here?
myself a glass of water today. I'm just like, I'm like, there's no difference between the tap right now and the bottle of Voss in my fridge. It's not even
Mm.
the glass bottles too. So, it's kind of just the lowest cost product
Hmm.
probably, but still, there's probably like some like, I don't know, family in like Ukraine that could use this water, but we
Hmm.
have it here in beautiful BC.
Yeah, sent to a water-rich country to sit on your
Yeah.
condo floor for presumably months now.
I mean, the good thing is if there's an earthquake, I can probably live in my like in the parkade for like
Hmm.
for like 5 years with all this
Dude,
water.
you can make a killing off that water in a earthquake-stricken nation. Which brings me to my next question, which is how do you plan to profit off of all of this fluid? Because surely
um,
you don't need to drink all 192 bottles. You could probably peddle those to unsuspecting victims.
I mean, we'll see. I haven't thought too deeply about how we will consume or go through all of this water, but I'll probably try to profit socially first.
Hmm.
Like anytime I meet up with someone, I'll just bring them a bottle. Like, hey, stay hydrated tonight, will you?
Hmm. It's good
You know
because
what I
it's a
mean?
good icebreaker for your little story that you just shared as
And
well.
nothing's better than, a small luxurious gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Keep a case in the trunk of the Mercedes just in case
It's a great idea,
someone needs some
actually.
water. Um,
Hmm.
Otherwise, I think what you need to do is you need to find the most dehydrated people in Vancouver, wherever they hang out, and then just
Hmm.
linger nearby.
That's true. I could probably do a Drake style God's plan video where he's just like
Mm.
blessing homeless people with like like lots of cash, or like people down on their luck, and
Hmm.
I'll just do that with like high end water.
Yeah, dude. And it'll be like volleyball players leaving a rec center.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just hang out by the courts and then put up
Hmm.
a sign that says like, $5 for a bottle of Voss.
Hmm.
It's
You're the
there's a convenience fee in there.
you the Voss boss, Hugo Voss,
Hmm.
as you said.
Hugo Voss. There's there's yeah, I just had this memory of like sitting in southern Italy on the beach, and like there's a guy walking around the beach in like full like outfit, like shoes and everything, with a cooler, and he's just yelling "Aqua Fanta Bira."
Nice.
He's just like walk around "Aqua Fanta Bira, Bira Fanta Aqua," and
Dude,
then people would just put their hand up and buy a beer from him. I thought that was a great business model.
that is a great business model. So I think you need to do that in Vancouver, but I don't think you should go do that at the beaches because the time of year has passed and people that go to the
Mhm.
beach are better prepared than that. I think you should walk down like the Granville Club Strip at like
Oh.
1 a.m. with your water bottles. Those are the people that need to rehydrate the most.
Exactly. I'll target people who are like sitting down on the curb.
Hmm.
Like anyone who's like sitting on the sidewalk on Granville Street has seen better days. And I'll
Yeah,
just
dude.
offer them, a little Voss.
They've spent all night overpaying for fluids. So what's one more drink?
But yeah, that's right. Maybe I'll end up on like Daily Hive. It's like Good
Hmm.
Samaritan with a case of water, like saves 18-year-old girl from dying.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, dude, I think that'd be a nice, brand moment for me. I'm not one for charity in general, so this will be
Mm.
this will be a nice brand play, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Put on the resume.
You're kind of like Batman, and that's just the way you come out at night and save lives. But you need a
Mhm.
different animal to reflect what you actually do. Maybe like a fish. You could be Fish
Yeah,
Man,
Rat King.
Aquaman. Aquaman. It's been taken.
Oh fuck, there we go, Aquaman.
There you go.
I'll take Merman as well, but
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm comfortable
Merman's
with
good.
you calling me that. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, well, Ty, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. I think we need to um, cut this short and let you get on vacation because at the time of recording, you are in the midst of your packathon. And
Hmm.
so we need to, we got to get you downloading some episodes of this show to listen to on the flight.
That's a fact. I got to run back, take notes, always improve for the breadheads.
That's right. That's right. Game tape, baby.
Hmm.
Ty, have fun in Europe. Don't fall into a canal while you're drunk.
Hmm.
Careful on those beach cliffs, and I will speak to you when you get back.
Sounds good, Eric. Don't make a canal with all your water, and we'll speak shortly. Think fresh, everybody. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.